Hi, everybody. I'm back. Remember the last conversation we had? We was talking about write it down. We was talking about writing it down. You're going to have to write down your goals and your plans. And the reason why you have to write it down is because you will forget. You will forget what you said you need to do. You will forget the plans that you have made, and you will forget and get it all cloudy up and get all confused and can't remember the first steps of what you're trying to do. So you got to write it down. One good illustration. You ever been to the grocery store? First of all, you was hungry. And you went into the grocery store and you knew what you was going into the grocery store to buy. By the time you get to the cash register, by the time you done came out, you done bought so much store stuff you weren't even planning on buying. That is why, because you didn't write it down. You put it in your head, but you didn't put it on paper. You got to put it on paper. You got to have a goal and you got to set it. And you have to go back and read it. You have to put it right where you can see it. Don't lose it. Don't forget what you did with it. But you got to put it right where you can find it. Probably by the mirror in the mornings where you have to go into the mirror and wipe your face or brush your teeth, and you got those goals set right there, then that might be a good place to put it. If not, you can find a good place to put it. But that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to write down some goals. You're going to have to set them. And then when you set them, you got to start accomplishing them. Now, listen, you can't do them all at one time. I know sometimes you might feel like, oh, I'm just going to go superwoman and I'm going to do it all at one time. I don't want to encourage you to do that. I want you to do one at a time. Do one step at a time and do it good until you get it right. I don't care if you set 10 goals, start at one at a time. Start at that goal. Start planning what you want to do. What kind of goals are you setting for yourself? Now you talking about you want to be financial free. You want to be free from your job. You want to travel. All these different things is good things. But you got to have a plan in place. And then you got to be willing to stick to the plan. You can't get discouraged. And sometimes it will come. But you got to get yourself back on track. Don't get discouraged. We all been there. I've been there. So, but then I had to encourage myself and say, look, if you want this bad enough, you're going to get yourself working to make it happen. So you got to get yourself together. I don't care what it is. Listen, a lot of times we use excuses. We allow things to come in to discourage us and some things to come in to distract us and get us off our course. But I need you to get back on course. Get back to the plan. Get back to what you need to do to get the results that you want. I want to be financial free. I want to have money where I don't have to worry about anything. I want to be able to go when I get ready, buy what I want to buy, don't have to worry about anything. So I got a plan in place. And some of it is working, y'all. It's working because I wrote it down. I wrote it down. One of my goals that I set on my board, and one day I'm going to show you my board. It's a mess, but I'm going to show you my board. I said I want to have a Mercedes-Benz car. I put it on my board. No way. I did not have no idea how I was going to get it, when I was going to get it, or anything. But I knew that's what I wanted. And when I went to the car lot looking, I never looked for anything else except that particular car. Now, yeah, I couldn't get it right then when I wanted it. But I kept on speaking it. And I kept looking at what I wrote down. And I kept saying it. And eventually, it came to pass. And it didn't take long. So I'm telling you, and I know you said, well, where did the money come from? I told y'all on one of my videos, you got to speak the thing. You have what you say. You can believe what you want to believe. Like I told you one time before, you keep saying I'm sick. And the more you say you're sick, you feel yourself getting sicker. But if you can start saying to yourself, I'm coming out of debt. Oh, I'm coming out of debt. It's going to happen. Yeah, I'm coming out of debt. And you're going to write that thing down and you're going to start doing some things that's going to help you come out of debt. One thing, you're not going to be spending all your money on anything. You're going to have a goal set on what you're going to spend your money on. And then what you have left, you're going to put it aside so it can grow. Put it somewhere that it can go, not just in those savings account where it just sit there and earn hardly nothing, but you got to put it where it can grow. And then do not touch it. Forget all about it. Forget all about it. And just let it just accumulate. Add $5, $10, $20, extra money that you have. Put into it and leave it alone. That's one of the ways. Sell something that you have that you don't even need anymore. Sell it. Take that money and put it away. There's ways. Girl, you got so many clothes in your closets, you don't even wear them. Half of the stuff got tags still on it. Why? You going to lose weight to get it? Baby girl, sell it. You got them shoes, you done got all them shoes. Every style come in, you got a pair. Every color to match everything you wear. But they just sitting in your closet collecting dust. Sell them. If you some you want to give some away, but sell some of it too and take that money and put it aside. Do some little bit of things to earn some extra money. Try something, do something different, and then start holding on to your money and stop spending so much. Stop just letting it go out. Let something come back in and stay. So you're going to do those things. But see, those things you're going to write down. You still need to write it down. I need extra money. How can I get extra money? Look around in your house. What can you get rid of to bring in extra money? Oh, you got a lot in there that you can get rid of. Find it. Put it on the market. Have a yard sale. Go set up somewhere at a store. Something. Do something. And I even know this might be really corny or whatever. Put it in your trunk. Drive somewhere. Set up. Set up and start selling that stuff and see what happens. You could sell it to a consignment store. You don't get much for that. But, it'll help a little bit. So you got to think of ways that you can accumulate money and it can start working for you. But you got to write the plan down. Write it down. Make it plain. Stick to it. Stick to it. So I'm telling you today, write it down. What is it? It could be anything. I want to be married such a time. I want to be married at this age. I want to own my home at this age. Or I want to work for myself at this time of my life. Just come up with something that you've been dreaming about. You've been praying about. You've been fantasizing about. You've been seeing in your mind's eye. This is what I want. Guess what, sis? You can do it. You can do it. I do a lot of stuff. I just do a lot of stuff. Whenever it comes to my mind, I try it. Whether it works or it fails, I'm going to still try it. I am going to try it because you never know. So, and then it may not work right then, but you let it come back around again and do it again. It just might work. Let's do something different now. Let's make this happen. Aren't you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Aren't you tired of just saying stuff out your mouth and is nothing coming to pass? Speak it. Write it down. Write it down. Speak it. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to start coming to you. Whatever you say, it's going to start coming to you. What do you want? Speak it. And don't allow nobody else to say anything different in your ear. So you got to be careful what you listen to, who you listen to. So a lot of time when you be watching all of these TV programs, these TV shows that's talking about everything except building you up. Listen to something that's going to build you up. If you want to be a millionaire, listen to somebody that is a billionaire, millionaire, thousandaire, hundredaires, how they did it. YouTube, let YouTube work for you. Instead of you just on there just finding stuff, laughing at other things what people doing, you making them money. Every time you flip her on somebody else's page and you listen to it for a certain length of time, they're making money. And you are not. You're not making money because you're not doing it. Do what they're doing. Try it. Do something. If you listen to somebody and they telling you what they're doing, try it. See, our mindset is so foggy because we done heard so much through our life. We have been around people or around people so negative, don't have nothing positive to say. And you listening to them and they just as broke as you. Why? Why? And then you don't tell them what you're doing. Don't tell them what you're doing. Let them talk. But in your mind, you would say, no, that's not me. No, I'm not going to do that. That's not what I want. And you start working toward what you want. You hear what I'm saying? You are what you eat. You keep eating this stuff off YouTube, TikTok, making you laugh and doing all this crazy stuff, and they jumping around looking silly, and you laughing, and you just go to the next one after the next one after the next one, but not even building you. Then you turn around, they having things, and you just as broke as you could be. And then you have to ask people. Who want to ask people for money? Who want to ask people for help? You know, sometimes you might need that, but don't let it be no thing you have to do all the time. Every time you look around, they see you coming. Oh, here she come. I know what she's getting ready to do. Sis, you can stop it. You don't have to do that. I told y'all about my story. I don't know if I told y'all the whole thing. I don't have time on this particular time to tell you the whole thing. But yes, I was homeless myself, living in my van. And I had a vision bigger than anything that I was looking at. And I said, I'm coming out of this and I'm going to be successful. But I was still in it. I was in it for a long time. And I'll tell you more about it. But look at me now. It's because I kept saying I'm coming out of that. I quit school and the devil told me I'm never going to accomplish anything. I said, the devil is a liar. I went back to school, got my GED, and girl, I went to college and graduated with honors. Look at God. But though people told me I couldn't do it. The teacher was telling me I couldn't do it. The people around me were telling me I couldn't do it. But I said, the devil is a liar. Enough is enough. I got myself up. I got myself together. I went to school. I said, I'm not going to leave this place till I get this done. And that's the truth. That's what I did. I stayed right there until I got it done. And now I have my degree. And not only that, I have my coaching certificates. I have 3, and I'm working on my master now. Who say God can't do it? Who says it? You say it. But you know what? You need to say it different now. I can do it. I can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens me. If she can do it, I can do it. You can do it, sis. Come on. Pull yourself up by your boots and say, let's get this done. Stick to it. Stick to it. You know, you might even have a friend. You have a family member. I had family members telling me I'm not going to be anything. People supposed to be close to me enough to love me and support me and to encourage me. But instead, they was putting me down, saying, oh, you really think you're going to do that? Oh, you really think you're going to be that? And at one point, I started believing it. But then I said, no way. I'm looking at your life. You don't have nothing going on. I can't be like this. I cannot live like this. So I got myself together. I wrote it down. I wrote some stuff down so many years back. I don't even know what a paper at. Because I always was right. I would write. Oh, and guess what else? Y'all, I done wrote 2 books. Ain't God good? They're in the publishing now, but I done wrote 2 books. But they said I couldn't even do it. They said I couldn't even finish school. They said I couldn't even write. But look at God. Because I said, God, whatever you put in me to do, I am going to do it. I don't have to answer to nobody but God. You hear me? And I did it. And I'm so excited about that I stepped out by faith. And I did it because I felt this is what God wants me to do. Yes. And I did it, and I'm excited about it. Now, sis, you got to come on. You got to pull yourself together. You got to tell yourself it can be done. And you got to tell yourself it will be done. It's a shirt behind me. I don't know if you can see it. It looks backwards, but it says freedom. I did that shirt. And my name is up under there, my business, Sassadidi. Oh, you see the clock? I did the clock too. Ain't God good? But so I'm trying to tell you, don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself to nothing. I don't care how small it is, it's great. I don't care how big it is, it's still great. Start somewhere. Start somewhere, sis. What are you saying, girl? You can do it. You can do this. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if you don't have nobody in there to encourage you. Encourage yourself. Encourage yourself. You tell somebody, say, look, sis, encourage yourself. If I can do it, or well, let's do this thing together. Talk to me. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you're trying to do. And let's do it. Let's get it done. You know, I have a sister. Me and her, we pretty close. And we encourages each other. Now, I tell her what I'm going through. I tell her what I'm doing. That's one sister I will tell. And she tells me things too. But she and I have somebody that I can talk to. And I have somebody who can tell me stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know it all. So I do ask. I don't just act like I don't know. I know it all. I don't. I ask. And then I watch people. You ever watch people? Just be quiet and watch people. Just listen to them. See what they're talking about. Some of them just talking nonsense, just mouth and mouth and mouth. And they ain't got nothing to them. But just listen to some things. That would tell you what you don't want to be. You hear me? Girl, I tell you, it's so hard out here. Girl, I tell you, see, them people you don't want to be around. You want to be with somebody say, girl, I'm going to do this. This is going to be done. Forget about what they're saying in the media. Forget what they're talking about in the world. Because if God is on my side, there is nothing limiting me. There is nothing limiting you but yourself. But yourself. Don't allow the echoes of the world getting into your head and telling you, oh, it's hard now. Oh, the economy is hard. It's down. Oh, we losing everything. This is going to close. That's going to close. Oh, everything is going to go bad in this world. Listen here. God is bigger than all of the noise that you hear. Don't fear. God said, what you fearing? Why are you fearing? You know who's the author of fear? Is that God. So stop fearing. Because stay on course. Stay on track. I know this is a long one, but I just want to encourage you. Stick to it. I'm doing it. Other sisters are doing it. Other brothers are doing it. We got to stick to this plan. We can do this, and we're going to do it. I want to encourage you, sis. If I can do it, you can do it. You hear me? If I can do it, you can do it. I want you to do it. I want you to succeed. Write it down. Write it all down. And that book, start writing your book. Guess how it starts? By you writing it down. Everything start with that pen or that pencil. What's in the head of yours, put it on paper and put it away. Don't let everybody see your stuff. Put it away. And then you go back to it and you read it. You go back to it and remind yourself, this is what I said I'm going to do. And you're going to start saying some of those things. You can mark it off. Say, oh, I did accomplish that. I did it. I saved $1,000 when I felt like I couldn't do it. That $1,000, save that $1,000. Put it away. Guess what? Add to it. Add to it. Keep on adding to it till you get that amount that you felt that you want to save. Okay? Stick to the plan. Don't lose faith. Just believe that this is going to happen for you because it is for you. If God put it in you to do, sis, it's for you to do. So I'm encouraging you, girl, hang in there. Stay there. You got this. God got you and you got this. Okay? I'll see you later. Bye.